Jordan Bowles,
How old are you?
12,
What grade are you in?
7th.
Where do you live and what school do you attend?
I live in Jerseyville, Illinois, and I go to JCMS, which stands for Jersey Community Middle School.
Have you always lived there?
No, I used to live in Florissant, Missouri, and go to a school called St. Ambrose, which was a private school, and my new school is a public school.
Were there any big differences between the schools?
Yes. Way more people. In a single grade, there's way more people, way more classes and stuff. My old school, you had to wear uniforms every day, but at this school, you can just wear whatever you want every day.
So how did your life change when you moved? Did you have to have any big transitions?
My life didn't really change much besides being able to get a lot more friends because there's way more people in your grade.
So how was the transition from elementary school to middle school? Were there any big changes that you had to adjust to?
Yeah, switching classes, having a lot more teachers and a lot more people in different classes. That's about it.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 3 siblings. I have 2 older brothers and 1 older sister.
What are some activities that you like to do with your older brothers?
With my oldest brother, we go outside a lot and shoot hoops if it's nice out. And with both of them, I'll play video games. And we ride our 4-wheelers.
What are some things that you like to do with your mom and dad?
With my dad, sometimes I play the Wii, and sometimes me and my dad play basketball. And with my mom, I play ping pong and watch TV.
Is there anything that you like to do with your whole family?
Yeah, go on vacations.
Jordan is a typically developing 12-year-old boy. In terms of social development, he interacts well with other people. He has 3 older siblings and he likes to play sports with his 1 older brother, as seen in this video. He can talk out his problems very well when he has issues or fights with his older siblings. In terms of motor development, he can control things very well, as seen in this video of him playing basketball. He has full control over the ball in his movements. He also likes to play video games, which needs large amounts of fine motor control using your thumbs to play with all of the buttons on the controller. In terms of locomotive development, Jordan has normal ambulation and no devices needed to get from place to place moving around, and there are no needs for modifications in his movement. One theory that we can apply to Jordan and his life is Erik Erikson's stages of man. This is a psychoanalytic / personality theory. Since Jordan is 12 years old, he is in between the 4th stage of industry versus inferiority and the 5th stage of identity versus role confusion. But since he is 12, he is more likely still in the 4th stage, but is starting to transition into the 5th stage as he goes through puberty. In the 4th stage of industry versus inferiority, the importance of learning social and cultural skills and school skills is important to build the child's industry. If they do not master these skills, it will lead to a sense of inferiority. But, however, if Jordan sets up a good industry by learning these skills, and performing well in school, he will likely have a strong sense of self and create a good identity later on in life in the next stage.
What are some sports that you play? What are your favorites?
I play baseball and soccer. And I don't really have a favorite. I like both of them. They're both really fun to me.
What are your favorite things to do with your friends?
Probably just play video games because I don't really hang out with my friends unless it's at school.
What are favorite things to do by yourself?
Play with my dogs and watch my phone.
How many dogs do you have?
I have 4 dogs.
Do you help take care of them?
Yes.
How often do you talk with your friends and how do you communicate when you do?
I only talk to them when I'm at school and online when I'm playing my games. I don't text them or call them or anything.
How often do you play video games and talk online with them?
pretty often,
Like daily or weekly?
daily.
If you ever have had a disagreement with a friend or siblings, how do you handle it?
I don't really like disagree or argue with my friends, but if it's with a sibling, I'll just like walk away, come back later when like we're both fine, and then do something else.
Okay, what is your favorite subject in school and why?
I like math. It's because like I'm good at it. It's not super hard to me.
Do you play any instruments?
Yes, I used to play in 5th grade, and halfway through 6th grade, I played the trombone, and then from 6th grade to now, I played percussion.
What kind of things do you play with percussion?
I play the bells, snare drum, bass drum, suspended cymbal, timpani, and I like sometimes I like watch a video on how to play like a certain song on the piano, so I kind of like teach myself the piano.
That's cool. So, what are some things that, like on a normal school day, you're able to do by yourself or independently?
Get up, just get ready, like eat breakfast, brush teeth, put on deodorant, just normal things. Then when we're about to leave for the bus, we let out our dogs and then put them in their cage.
So, then, like after you've gone to school and rode the bus home, what are some things you do?
We let the dogs out of the cage, let them go outside, and we feed them. And if I have any homework, I'll do that. And if my brother has any, he'll do his. And then we just like sit on the couch with the dogs.
Are you able to do your homework by yourself usually, or do you ever need help?
I always do it by myself. I don't usually need help because it's usually easy.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Some people think I'm funny and nice and smart.
Okay. What are some things that make you happy?
Family, dogs, friends, playing video games.
And then what are some things that make you sad or angry?
Something that can make me mad is like losing and pretty much any game. Online, board games, sport.
Another theory we can apply to Jordan's life is Albert Bandura's social learning experiment with the Bobo doll. In the Bobo doll experiment, children were either shown an adult kicking a doll or an adult just watching a doll in the same room. And then later, when those children were shown the same doll, the children who were shown an adult kicking the doll went on to kick the doll, and the children who saw an adult respectfully playing with the doll went on to respectfully play with the doll. Jordan has 3 older siblings who he learned to model his own behavior after. They showed him family rules on how to act to show good behavior. Jordan likes to play basketball with his older brother, and who likely taught him how to play, or Jordan likely observed his older brother playing basketball and then later modeled that behavior to learn how to play basketball on his own. A third theory that we can apply to Jordan's life is Lev Vygotsky's sociocultural theory with the zone of proximal development. Children need to explore the world around them with the help of others. Development of cognition is strongly related to social interaction. The environment children grow up in will influence what they think about. As Jordan developed as a child, he was allowed more independency to do activities on his own to find his own interests, like video games or being in the band. The zone of proximal development is what Jordan can learn with help, such as a new basketball skill from his brother. This is where the child, according to Vygotsky, needs the most help in sensitivity for a positive learning experience that fosters more growth and learning.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.